What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, It is your boy, Trey Sense. And we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion for you today. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into that, I need a little something from you. We're this close to 5,000 subs. This close. So let's get it. Let's hammer that out. Please be sure to like the videos. We have a goal of trying to get every video to at least 50 likes and share the video. All of that is important. Very, very important. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. That's important too. So what we're going to talk about today are 7 fragrances from my collection that, with the fall really being here, the nights are getting really, really cool. So it's really time to start considering these fall fragrances. Plus we just hit October. So let's get it. The first one I want to talk to you about is from the house of Swiss Arabian. And this is a banger. And it's one I picked up from the homeboy Cheapo Depot in my box. And it is, drum roll please. This is a funny name to say. Muda Mayes. Muda Mayes. Say that 3 times fast if you fancy. Now, off the rip, this is one of the best oud fragrances in my collection, hands down. Hands down, this is one of the best oud fragrances in my collection. Let me say it loud for the people in the back of the room that's in disbelief. Muda Mayes, Swiss Arabian, one of the best oud fragrances in my collection. I put this up there with the exclusive line from Dolce & Gabbana with, what is it, Mysterious Nights that I have, and Luminous Nights. Or is it Radiant Night? The one in the blue bottle and one in the brown bottle. I got those 2, and those are both oud fragrances, and they are fantastic. But they are also a little on the pricey side and hard to get. This is about $25. This is about $25, and it is an oud forward fragrance. I know a lot of you out there are scared of oud, and you think, I don't want to spray oud on, I'm gonna be smelling like a pup. Listen to me now, believe me later on. There are several oud-based fragrances that you can get that are good, and Muda Mayes is one of them. What I get from this one is oud, but it's more of a woody oud, not a metallic oud, and a little bit of something in it that gives it a chocolatey cocoa type of vibe. But I like it. I like it a lot. Hoodie season coming up, big boy season coming up. Muda Mayes by Swiss Arabian. Definitely one I look forward to getting on the skin. This next one is not a overly expensive fragrance either, and it's one of the best made fragrances in my collection, one of the best smelling fragrances in my collection, and it is 1821 Sweet Man-Made Tobacco or something like that. Let me put my eyes on. What is this? All this jazz on here. Yes, Man-Made Sweet Tobacco, 1821. And you see that juice. I mean, that looks like something that you want to pour in a shot glass, light up a cigar, and take a sip. And that's what this fragrance smells like. It smells like you should be amazing. Amazing. Fragrances like this really make me question FragCom. It really does. It really makes me want to pull, no pun intended, my hair out. It does, because I smelled this and I smell this fragrance and I instantly think, why would you pay $300 or $400 for a bottle of cologne for a fragrance when there's stuff like this out there? Sweet, spicy, tobacco, honey. And the thing I like about it, it's right there in the name. Sweet, tobacco, and that's what you get. Like, everything about this fragrance to me is right. I would love a magnetic cap on it, but hey, simplistic bottle, simplistic label, the juice. Every man should have this in their collection. Every man over the age of 30 should have this in their collection, because there's going to be an occasion that you need this fragrance. Date night, Netflix and chill, going to the cigar bar, hanging out with your homies. This fragrance right here, put a smile on your boy's face. This is fall signature scent worthy, is what this is. This is holidays. Listen to me now, believe me later on this one. Get your nose on this sweet, spicy, boozy tobacco fragrance. 1821 man-made sweet tobacco. I mean that. Shut it down. As the boy Goldie say, gonna shut it down, man. This right here gonna shut it down. And man, that is good. The first two out the box in you hard. And that's the thing about my collection, and the thing that I like about my collection. Most people are like, oh, you have so many different fragrances. I do. But the thing that I like about it is the range of my fragrances. Like, I'm not one of those guys that sit up here and talk about fragrances that most people can't pronounce and that are $500 or $600 a bottle. Hey, if that's your lane, go for it. You know, I know a lot of guys that are like that, and you know, some of them I really, really enjoy. Some of them I don't. Like my boy Fragrance Journey. I love his channel. And the reason I love his channel is because it's so organic and it's so authentic, and you can hear the passion in his voice when he's talking about fragrances. Some people, I think, wear certain styles of fragrances or certain fragrances because they don't want to wear something that anybody else wears. And to me, that's absurd. Mr. Cologne 76 is another one that I like. I like his channel as well. But again, the passion from those two come through in their fragrances, and I like that. Where am I going from here? Let's get you a real cheapie that you can go to Walmart and pick up from the house of Cremo or Cremo. This is Spice and Black Vanilla. Funny story with this one. I got a little coworker, little partner of mine. He's a little bit younger than I am. His name is Zeke. Real cool dude. His name is Isaiah, but I call him Zeke. Real cool dude, man. We just sit back and kick the ballistics sometime. He had this on the other day, and we'd already talked about Cremo. And it's funny because I had on Cremo that day as well. I had on, I think, Silverwater and Birch. He had came back, because he's one of the managers. He had came up to the front, had about an hour left before we closed, and he was like, we was just standing there talking. And I had a customer, man, that smells so good. Gives off a little bit of a plummy vibe too. That's just a great smelling fragrance. But anyway, I digress. Customer leaves, and I'm standing there, and I look at him, and I said, Spice and Black Vanilla. And he just starts laughing, you know, and starts shaking his head. He said, damn. I said, bro, I told you. I'm a professional, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know. He was like, yeah. I was like, you got that Cremo, Spice and Black Vanilla on. And it's nice to be around other people that wear fragrances, no diddy, but because you get to experience what other people are experiencing when you're around. Because the art of wearing fragrances is a lost and dying art, just like wearing a watch, a timepiece. You know, I told somebody the other day, two things I keep in my life, and that's a timepiece and a dime piece. So it is what it is. But fragrances is a lost art. People are not as, and it's funny because they say FragCom is growing, but I guess it's our demographic, our age group that's pushing it, because the younger guys, they're not into it like we were. But I digress from that. But this thing right here, pumping off of somebody else's skin, was my point. Smelt amazing. And this is I think I paid like $12 for this at TJ Maxx or Ross, but it is really, really good. And it's just what it says it is, Spice and Black Vanilla. Many people will compare this to Spice Bomb Extreme, sort of. Same wheelhouse, same vibe, but Spice Bomb Extreme to me is a little bit better smelling. But for the money, for the price point of the $12 to $15, $25 at the most that you're going to pay for this, definitely worth picking up, definitely worth wearing, and yeah, it does the job. From the House of Cremo, Spice and Black Vanilla. That's a cheapie. Cheapie! Again, my fragrance collection has some depth, so this one is one that I think I've got to get on my skin more, because I have a habit of not wearing my more expensive fragrances, and I don't know why I do that, but I just have a habit of not doing that. I don't know why. I mean, that's something that I need to work on. So, from the House of Parfums de Marly, it is Layton, and I think this is a fall winter banger. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give myself a spray. There, I did it. I big boyed. And I like this fragrance, man. I've definitely got to get this on my skin more. And it's a very, to me, it's a unique fragrance. It is definitely a compliment getter. Now, mind you, I'm smelling this fragrance right beside the Swiss Arabian and right beside the 1821. And I tell you, the other fragrances are holding their own. Like, there's not a drop off. Like, this doesn't just smell head and shoulders above them. Does this smell good? Yes. Yes. It smells a little clean, a little spicy. Slight gourmand edge to it. Definitely a date night scent. Definitely a nice scent to spray on in the cool weather. Because of the price point of this, you're not going to find a lot of people wearing it. Is it a good fragrance? Absolutely. Again, something in it gives it a little bit of a gourmand type of vibe, a little bit of a cocoa or hazelnut. I'm not saying that that's the notes that's in it, so don't be all of it. Ain't got that in the note. That's not what I'm saying. When I speak of what I smell, I speak of vibes that it gives you, because notes make up accords and accords gives you the vibe. So I'm just telling you. Definitely a sexy fragrance is how I would describe this one. It's definitely sexy. It has that it factor. It just does. Definitely a date night scent. Definitely a cuddle me type of fragrance. It's a little bit warm, a little bit spicy, a little bit gourmandy, and I like it. I like it a lot. This bottle is full. This bottle is full. This bottle is full. Let me take the cap off to make sure. Yeah, the bottle is full. I've got to get this on my skin more. I just do. But I tend to wear these very sparingly. And I think it's because of the price point. But nonetheless, that is good. Trying to think of what JB Butters I would pair this with. Maybe Egyptian Amber. But nonetheless, Parfums de Marly's Layton. And this is a lady killer conversation starter. And I know we don't wear fragrances for that point, but if we're gonna wear them, we may as well wear something that is going to be thought-provoking. So, Parfums de Marly's Layton. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, one that I think has been discontinued, and the price has probably gone up on it. but I still need to get it on my skin more, especially this upcoming fall and winter. I've got to make an effort to get all of these on my skin more. From the house of Thierry Mugler, it is pure malt. And I'm a big boy up here. That one hadn't been sprayed in so long, it had to be primed. That's good. That's real good. Sweet. Definitely a gourmand. I pick up on a little bit of the DNA from the original A-Man in it. Again, I would describe this fragrance as sexy. That Layton is starting to work through. That just smells good. Everything that I have sprayed on to this point smells really, really good. All of these fragrances are going to go great with the cool night air. And a hoodie. That's some joggers. That's some clean Air Max. That's some Bo Jackson trainers. Whew, man. But if you have this sweet, malty, gourmandy fragrance, I think this one would cut through the cold. So the colder the night, the better I think this one will cut. But again, it's something in this one that makes it, that gives it sort of a gourmand feel, almost like hazelnut or something. It's a little on the sweet side, but I guess that's why they call it malt. Definitely the sweetest of the fragrances, but this right here smells divine, and it's full as well. Definitely one I need to get on my skin more. From the house of Thierry Mugler, it is pure malt. These next two haven't been in my collection very long at all, and I haven't worn either one of them. This one I just picked up the other day, and it is from the house of Lattafa, and it is Kamara Kawai, or however you pronounce that, Kawai. And this is an Angel Share, one of the Angel Share clones. I wonder what these two would be like layered. I wonder what these two would be like layered. Because this right here is stunning. This is stunning. The oud, the Swiss Arabian, has smoothed out, and it is so smooth and so chill. And that Layton is smoothing out. A little bit of a mint or menthol vibe trying to come up through it a little bit. And the wood in it is coming up. It's beautiful as well. Everything is smelling so good. And that malt is sweetening up. Anyway, to this joint, man. Trying to find a spot of skin to spray it on, and I don't have anything. I don't even have to stick my nose to that. I can smell that from here, but I'm going to. When you first spray this, it's sort of cinnamony. It kind of gives you the same vibe off the top as Burberry London. Gives you a little bit of that vibe in the opening. You get that same Christmassy, cinnamony, something being bacon type of vibe. You get that in the opening. And then it moves into a boozy sort of fragrance. I just feel like every man should have this in their collection and this in their collection. These two right here, man. Holiday season's coming up, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up. I just think with a nice pair of jeans and a nice sweater on, going to the Thanksgiving dinner or the Christmas dinner or the Christmas party, if you walked in smelling like this, yeah, as we used to say back in the 80s and 90s, man, that's dope. That's dope right there. This has been one of the most fun videos I've shot in a long time, and I know you can tell it. Because all of these fragrances are so good, and we've got various price points here. This one I don't think I could put a price on because I'm pretty sure it's been discontinued, but the rest of these fragrances, man, I mean, everything here, and I'm excited because I'm thinking this may be my lineup next week, depending on how the temperatures go. Some of this may get worn this weekend, just depending on what I decide to do. But to talk about this one a little bit more, not only is the presentation stunning, the fragrance, the juice inside of it is stunning. That is high quality juice. That is good. And there is no drop off from one fragrance to the other with the scent profile. They are all amazing. Again, with this one, think spicy up top, like a cinnamon, grandma's baking some gingerbread cookies or something like that, drifting into a nice boozy whiskey type of scent. And that's what you have here with this Kawa. I wish I would have talked to them about the name. They should have just named that Apple Booze Brandy or something. It's been much simpler, but a beautiful, beautiful scent profile, beautiful fragrance, and all of these are really, really good. This last one on this list is from one of my favorite houses, from one of my favorite lines. The house is Viktor and Rolf. The line is Spice Bomb, and this is Spice Bomb's Dark Leather, and I think it's the newest rendition from the house, and I like this a lot. I think the one I need to get now, since a sub of mine so graciously sent me Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT, I'm going to add Spice Bomb Night Vision, a Spice Bomb Infrared Parfum. That's one I will be picking up here lately. As a matter of fact, I've got it in my cart on Mercari. I may just go ahead and order it. That's good. Now what you get off the top of this is a sort of a citrus leather, like a very slight kiss of lemon with just a hint of leather. Well, not just a hint, it's the other way around. You get a kiss of leather with a hint of lemon. And then as it dries down and starts to warm up on your skin, that's when the warmth comes in and you get that spice. Very, very nice fragrance. It's not as loud and in your face as you think it would be. With the name like Spice Bomb Leather, you would think, and knowing a lot of the Spice Bomb fragrances, you would probably think, bow, instant punch to the face. It comes along nice and gradual. One of the things that I've noticed personally about the designer world, because designer copies niche, niche copies designer, they all copy each other, clone houses copy all of them. One of the things that I've noticed about the designer world of fragrances is they're raising the quality of their fragrances and the subtleness. It used to be when you smelled a designer fragrance, you sprayed it on, it was this blast of alcohol right off the top. I think they've upgraded their oils or something, because the quality of the fragrances that you get now from the mid-grade designer ram are better than what they used to be. Now that it's been on my skin a little while, that leather is coming to the forefront, but it's still a very enjoyable leather. It's a very wearable leather, and it's not loud or obnoxious like you think it would be. It's very subtle, it's very smooth, it's very gentlemanly, and it smells good. Now you get, again, just a kiss of citrus mixed in with that leather, and the longer it stays on your skin, the more that spice bomb DNA and that spiciness reveals itself and comes to the forefront. And I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, man. This has been 7 absolute bangers, various price points, you know, for you, because everybody don't have the same wallet, and it's fine. Wear what you like. Wear what smells good to you. Wear what feels good to you. This has got me ready to fast forward through the month of October and get to November, so it's really hoodie season, so I can put all of this on and be smelling super good. But I think we're at a point in the weather in the southeast that, at least at nighttime, in the evening or in the morning, midday, because it's still hot, I would wear the Swiss Arabian midday, the Leighton. I would wear it. Definitely the Leighton. I would wear that midday. That Leighton smells so good. It smells so good. All of them smell good. Man, this was a fun video to shoot. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this video. I hope you did too. With that being said, guys, I'm going to get off of here. As usual, you should take advantage of being able to purchase a decant or two from me. The only one that I won't decant is this one, and it's simply because you see it's just going to be hard to spray that. I know I need to invest in a funnel, but I don't have one as of yet. So this is the only one I won't decant, because that's just going to be hard to spray. Anything else here, if you want to try a decant of, I will put the email in the description below, and you can get it. I think all of these would pair well with JB Butters Egyptian Amber, which I am just about out of. I go through my butters. But yeah, so I'm gonna get off of here because I just woke up not too long ago, so I'm shooting this video. Gotta edit it and try to get it up to you hopefully about 3 o'clock this evening on a Thursday. So happy Thursday. Again, please consider to keep, if you're a praying person, consider to keep our people in the Southeast in your prayers, because North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, they've been hit pretty hard. So if you're a praying man, please just moment of silence, a little prayer for those people. That's all I ask. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it so you can see it. Happy Thursday. I love you all, and may God bless you all, and thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel. Till next time, guys. Peace.